Alright gamers and gamerettes, buckle the freak up because Hoyoverse has decided they weren't satisfied with merely owning our wallets, our free time and at least 3 generations of our future descendants. Nope, they've returned, smiling politely, holding a 31-minute gameplay demo like it's a plate of warm cookies, whispering,
"Hey, wanna lose another 1,000 hours of your life?"
And of course, we all said yes before even seeing the freaking trailer. Introducing Varsapura.
Or Varsapura, or Varsapura, guys, whatever.
The latest open world fever dream from the studio that looked at Breath of the Wild, Persona and an umbrella and said, yeah, that's a protagonist now. The demo drops us into the world as a customizable character called
Hollowone or Hollowone? Halloween?
Hollowone, fine, let's go with Hollowone. Who's trying to join an organization called Seal, not the singer guys, sadly, while battling something called Mindrot, which sounds like the condition you get after playing 300 hours of Genshin artifact freaking farming. And honestly, it looks incredible. Terrifyingly incredible. Let's go. Before we get into Varsapura, let's talk about Hoyoverse, the studio that wakes up every morning and chooses violence against our free time. These are the people who looked at the global gaming market and said,
what if we dominated all of it?
And then they just did guys. No hesitation, no fear, no mercy, just pure confidence mixed with enough visual polish to blind a freaking dolphin. Their journey started humbly, back when nobody could pronounce Mihoyo without sounding like they were ordering bubble tea. And then, out of nowhere, Genshin Impact dropped in 2020 and suddenly the entire industry realized Hoyoverse wasn't playing checkers or chess, they were playing 12-dimensional gacha Jenga. Genshin exploded worldwide with its anime visuals, huge open world, parkour, gliding, and of course,
the primal human urge to cry when you lose a 50-50.
Then they unleashed Honkai Star Rail, a turn-based saga where the characters are so beautiful that players willingly installed a train simulator disguised as a freaking RPG. It turned out to be a masterpiece that made even non-turn-based fans go, yeah, okay, I'll board the Interstellar Drip Express. And if that wasn't enough, Hoyoverse came back with Zenless Zone Zero, a glorious urban fantasy brawler. It's stylish, it's punchy, it's rhythm-based, and it convinced millions that fistfights, EDM music, and dimensional monstrosities are the perfect ingredients
for a relaxing evening.
So now, with 3 global juggernauts already printing money like a fully legal money printer, Hoyoverse has entered its final form.
Let's drop another freaking game.
Which brings us to Varsapura or Varsapura. I don't know, I don't care. Varsapura, whatever. Their next giant swing, their next genre fusion experiment, and their next attempt at seeing whether our schedules
can physically cry.
Now let's finally dive into Varsapura, Hoyoverse's latest open world supernatural fever dream. From the moment the 31-minute gameplay demo starts, the game radiates the exact same energy as someone walking into the party dressed flawlessly while dropping the phrase,
"Oh, this? I just threw it on."
Because guys, Varsapura doesn't look in development at all. It looks like a game that's already planning its freaking award speeches. We open on Hollowone. Hollowone, the protagonist whose appearance magically adjusts to match viewers' preferences. In other words, Hoyoverse invented the world's first shape-shifting anime protagonist because why not? Hollowone is trying out for SEAL, which is short for the Shadow Emergency Alliance, an organization that fights supernatural mayhem while looking terrifyingly competent and suspiciously stylish. The world itself, gorgeous and unsettling in that perfect Hoyoverse balance of I want to explore this place and this place wants to psychologically freaking scar me. Dim hallways, flickering lights, redacted documents, eerie hums. The whole environment looks like Control and SCP Foundation had a beautifully haunted baby. Then guys, we get introduced to the big threats. Mindrot, a mysterious affliction that sounds like the mood you get after farming artifacts in Genshin for 6 freaking hours. And something which I will never be able to pronounce, but I will try my best.
Cognosci disruptions. Let's go with cognosci disruptions for now.
Supernatural disturbances that absolutely no one wants to encounter on a freaking casual Tuesday. But the gameplay, holy toot, the gameplay. Hollowone fights with an umbrella, but not a normal umbrella. Oh no guys, this is an all-terrain, demon-slapping, mobility-enhancing, hover-capable, boomerang returning, possibly weaponized weather freaking accessory. She smacks enemies with it, throws it like a homing freaking missile, floats with it like an anime Mary Poppins who has seen too much, and uses it for puzzle traversal like it's a key to reality itself. We can also see tag team combat, stealth assassinations, dramatic finishers, and what looks suspiciously like a Persona-inspired power-up animation. At one point, Hollowone charges energy with her hand in the air like she's calling down freaking divine intervention. Then there is the open world outside the seal facility, abandoned highways, forest drenched in atmosphere, car travel, foot exploration, and multi-level puzzle areas that scream,
You're gonna spend way too long figuring this out.
guys, I've said it and I will say it again, everything looks polished. Too polished, like Hoyoverse is flexing on every studio that said open world games need to look rough in early development. And at the end of all of this beauty, all this creativity, all this buttery smooth action, something inside me hesitates. Something familiar. Something ominous. Because guys, if you've played Hoyoverse games before, you know exactly what fear starts to creep in. My biggest concern with this game, and honestly guys, every Hoyoverse release lurks in the shadows of that incredible demo. But don't worry.
We're getting to that.
Alright Hoyoverse, I'm not gonna lie to you, I love you. But pull up a chair because we need to talk about the gacha system. Yep, that thing. The glittering money extraction engine, the digital wallet evaporator, the mechanic that has taken more paychecks hostage than any villain in freaking gaming history. Look guys, microtransactions aren't inherently evil. If they're purely cosmetic, purely optional, purely, hey, buy this cute outfit so your umbrella warrior can look like it's on a supernatural Paris runaway, I'm cool with that. No problem. The game's going to be free anyway, so throwing $5 for a dress isn't a crime. It's fashion philanthropy. But gameplay affecting microtransactions? No, absolutely freaking not.
My soul leaves my body every time I think about it.
We all know, guys, we all know that Hoyoverse's previous games are built on the pray to RNG's freaking model. You want that cool character? Roll for it. You want their weapon? Roll for it. You want to preserve your sanity? Too bad. Roll the freak for it. And guys, this is an open world action game. If the best weapons or strongest abilities end up behind a paywall, we are freaking done. Finished. Cooked. I will be in the corner crying into a freaking Cheetos bag. I swear to God, I swear Varsapura looks way too promising, way too polished, way too beautifully insane to be dragged down by...
Swipe now for enhanced umbrella damage.
So Hoyoverse, please, I am begging you, the entire gaming community who fell in love with Genshin Impact begs you. Cosmetic transactions? Fine. Funny umbrella skins? Beautiful. But if you make the gacha affect gameplay in a full action combat game, I will freaking riot.
Politely, but loudly.
Varsapura is shaping up to be yet another Hoyoverse freaking masterpiece. A gorgeous open world, creative combat, an intriguing supernatural plot, and a demo so polished it looks like it escaped QA already. This game has every ingredient to be your next deeply unhealthy obsession, mine included. But as always, the shadow of gacha looms overhead like a cosmic tax auditor. The game, guys, I will say it again. I've said it a million times and I will say it again. The game looks freaking incredible. The world feels alive. The combat is on point. I just hope the monetization doesn't turn that gorgeous umbrella into a freaking $200 investment. If Hoyoverse can find a way to change their stupid gacha formula and keep it only cosmetic, Varsapura could be a generational hit. Guys, this could be a game we talk about for years, a game we willingly lose sleep for, a game that steals both our time and our hearts, but not our entire freaking bank account. Until then, I will remain hyped, excited even, but terrified,
and emotionally prepared to fight for my free-to-play freaking life.
But hey, that's just my take, guys. What about you? Are you hyped for Varsapura?
I don't give a
Terrified of it? Spiritually prepared to fight Hoyoverse's monetization demons? Or all of the above? Drop your thoughts in the comments below before Seal recruits you too. And guys, thank you once again for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.